to the Sunday Telegraph. And a very disturbing story about sex education in schools. This one's very annoying, Cressida, to say the least.
Masturbation lessons and 100 genders, what our children are being taught at school. It's extraordinary. I mean, at first I was laughing and then I was getting cross and then I was laughing again. This week, MPs have raised the alarm about the volume of messages they're receiving from concerned parents who say they don't know where else to turn. Surely your MP is exactly where you should turn. But anyway, so this Conservative MP, Miriam Cates, she's put together a load of evidence and she's coming to Rishi and saying, look, this is getting ridiculous. The children are being taught things they shouldn't be taught. And worse than that, the parents are feeling really excluded because there's examples of... this is a lady saying her child was taught about masturbation in their last year of primary school by teachers she barely knew. So the woman's obviously concerned. Like, this is a bit strange, isn't it, having your kid... I mean, I'm embarrassed talking about this on TV now. I'm in my 30s. My dad will be horrified. But at least he knows what's going on. So these parents aren't... They're being told, like, what happens... Literally, what happens in the room stays in the room. I mean,
yeah, that's incredibly disturbing. And inevitably Stonewall are involved. And there's this school of sexuality education. And they have this book about great relationships and sex education. And it says things like, emphasise that love and affection are often important parts of good sex, but not always. For others, good sex is quick, rough and anonymous. And this is being taught to children.
That's unbelievable.
It's so sick. And there's a part for 9-year-olds where they've got this book that teaches about identity, assigned sex, gender, love, sexuality, discrimination, privilege, allyship, pride and more. Why is this being taught to 9-year-olds? Because there's the indoctrination into political ideology, which is bad enough. Then there's a sinister aspect of teaching this stuff to children, and that's where it gets into... If I said what I really think, I'll probably be in jail. But what do you think, Lewis?
Well, the story the other day is the strip club for little babies. So if moms are taking their children to, what do you expect? That the mothers themselves believe this stuff, by and large. The country.
I'm not sure they do. There's some very upset parents.
There are a few upset parents, but generally speaking, this is not a Christian theocracy.
I feel so sorry
to be.
For the parents, for the teachers. I remember at school we did this, and one kid put his hand up and asked about, I don't know what I can say on here, about oral sex, and the teacher was just mortified.
Yeah, those were better times. I mean, and the other thing, just lastly on this, what Ofsted do is they insist that there's a certain minimum of this, that the school has to hit a minimum requirement, but there's no maximum. So the school is incentivised to have loads of this garbage. Anyway, it's disgusting.